Good afternoon. Happy Friday, Miami Dolphins fans. Welcome back to another edition of Dolphins on 5. I'm David Eversole, joined, of course, by Alfredo Artiaga. Before we jump in with the show, want to mention, of course, one of our fantastic sponsors at the Five Reasons Sports Network, Prize Picks Daily Fantasy. Today is Flex Friday, so you can get up to $20 back in promo funds risk-free. So if you bet $20, you will get that back if your entry doesn't hit. For anybody who's new to Prize Picks, make sure to sign up with promo code FIVE. You'll get a full deposit match up to $100. So, got an exciting game coming up on Sunday for the Dolphins at home against the Cleveland Browns. I will be there, of course, cheering the team on in my non-media capacity. So, wanted to have a quick Friday show here with Alfredo to give you guys the latest on the state of the team. So, I'll start with the injuries. The injury report seems a little bit lighter than it has in previous weeks. So, Alfredo, give us the latest on the team and their health today.
Yeah, this is as good an injury report as they've had in a while. They are going to be missing Hunter Long. He's in the concussion protocol, so that's kind of important. They're going to have to replace him somehow in the lineup. I don't know if maybe Tanner Connor is going to get a call up, but he's also questionable on the injury report. But they're relatively healthy going into this game, and they're kind of getting some injury luck going their way because the Cleveland Browns have ruled out David Njoku, who could have posed some problems for the Dolphin defense this weekend. And more importantly, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who was one of the best cover linebackers in the sport. He could have helped them a lot against the Dolphin passing game. He is also ruled out. So they're getting a little injury luck, and they're getting healthy, headed right into a bye. That's a lot of good news.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully they'll have a good performance on Sunday. So look at this matchup with the Browns. Obviously, Cleveland's a run-heavy team. The Dolphins' run defense has been the strength of that unit. Now with the addition of Bradley Chubb, what do you expect the Dolphins to do in terms of just combating that rush-heavy attack from the Browns?
I think it's going to be really important about what they do on first down because, yes, the Browns have a great running attack. They're, I believe, the third-ranked offense in the NFL right now, but it's mostly built off of their run game setting up their passes and how they get to their play action passes. So they're going to have to win on first down. They're going to have to devote resources, possibly some run blitzes, to try to get them out of their tendencies of running early on early downs. So it's going to be extremely important, and that's something you're going to want to watch on this weekend. If the Dolphins start winning on first down consistently, then this could be a long day for the Cleveland Browns. If the Browns stay on schedule, getting 4 or 5 yards on first down, then this game could reach deep into the fourth quarter and could be in doubt.
Yeah, a familiar face, obviously under center for the Browns and Jacoby Brissett. So I feel like this is the kind of revert back to the real aggressive game plan. It's make Jacoby Brissett beat you, basically. I can
Mm-hmm.
see Miami really stacking the box, and like you said, coming with some aggressive pressures in terms of run blitzes and just throwing a lot of things at the statuesque Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, you've seen what running quarterbacks have done to the Miami Dolphins last week with Fields, and of course earlier in the season with Lamar Jackson. So, given the familiarity with Brissett, what do you see in terms of the game plan specifically for how the Dolphins are going to attack? Amari Cooper is going to be obviously a point of emphasis for them in the passing game. So, with the Njoku injury, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they attack the Dolphins through the air.
Absolutely, and I talked about this on the podcast this week. Uh, if you go by game score, and that's just it's a simple average. You take whatever the wide receiver has averaged against everybody else, and then you put it up against that guy, against whoever covered him. Xavier Howard had his best game as a pro in 2018 against Amari Cooper, where he had 2 picks against the Oakland Raiders, and a pretty fun game. I think you guys remember that was the Albert Wilson, Jakeem Grant high five game. That's widely considered Xavier Howard's best game. His worst game was the following year in Dallas, playing against Amari Cooper. Okay, in the tank year, 2019. So that's going to be a great matchup to watch. I'm almost certain that X is going to travel with Amari Cooper. So that's going to be a great matchup to watch. And of course, Myles Garrett versus Teron Armstead is going to be worth every single penny. This is a really, really good roster that they're facing, and some really marquee matchups that we're going to be watching.
On the other side of the ball, obviously everybody's focused on Tua and the explosive passing game. But Cleveland's passing defense has been interesting. They don't get a lot of interceptions. They only have, I believe, 3 interceptions all season, but they don't give up a lot of completions. I think that's due to their offensive game script and just kind of grinding teams down, limiting possession. So, in terms of the Dolphins' game plan, attacking the Cleveland defense, what do you see outside of the obvious with Tua and Tyreek and Waddle?
I think they're going to have to stretch them. They're going to have to go deep on them. They're going to have to push the ball down the field. But it's all going to start with protecting the quarterback. Cleveland wants to get after you with their edge rushers, Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett. If you could keep them off the stat sheet, meaning you could keep Tua clean, no sacks, that's going to go a long way to winning this game. Throwing on time and throwing, with purpose, a lot of one-read stuff, a lot of design passes, I would say, is going to be something that they're going to want to get to in this game and could be the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, I can see this game actually going either way. I can see it being a little bit of a slugfest. But I can also see it being like a 34-31 type game. It's really going to be interesting to see kind of how the early series dictate how the game unfolds. But any last-minute news and notes leading up to the matchup?
Oh, as of right now, it's the last injury report is kind of clean. You could have a return of River Craycraft to the lineup, which means no more Braylon Sanders in the lineup. So that's going to be interesting. That's pretty much it. If you look at the injury report, it's full participation. It doesn't look like Austin Jackson will start in this game. Maybe he plays a little bit as a 6th offensive lineman, maybe in goal line packages. That's something to monitor going forward. The team's healthy, and this is exactly where you want to be going into a bye. So should be a very interesting game.
It's going to be a great game. Obviously, 1 o'clock, it's going to be a little bit warm out there, but I think the Dolphins are going to put their best foot forward and hopefully play a full 60-minute game in this one versus the Browns. So what's 3-yard per carry coverage? What do we have leading up to Sunday?
Well, we recorded yesterday, so that's up right now. So you could get our podcast anywhere you get it. It's a complete preview of the game. We went really in depth on all the players, all the matchups, and it's an hour's worth. So you'll have fun with that.
Make sure to tune in, and we'll have a lot of other content on the YouTube channel and on what's left of Twitter as well. So make sure to follow everybody, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.